Slowly picking these games off one by one. Let's see that everyone gets their fair review, if possible. Songs of Heroes and Rogues by Dottie. Reach and defend your castle from a dangerous enemy attack. Songs of Heroes and Rogues is an entry to 7DRL 2025. This is updated version of the game with some bug fixes and new features. The original 7DRL 25 can be played here. Alright, so we can go here for the original play. It was made by one Dottie, and that's basically it here. And it's not much more to say than that, so we'll just load her up and see how it goes from there. Wow, this is taking a while to load. So I guess we got like, version 0.1 and 0.2. I'll play this for a little bit, then I'll play like the original, the updated version, but whatever. By the way, to developer, we could actually show off what are bug fixes. Could probably actually see from here, actually, never mind. So, first update since the gem ended, there are some balance issues in the game, but I'm ignoring these right now to keep the closer to the gem version. This update tries to make the game UI more readable and cleaner, although there is always one bug that allows infinite rerunning distance, which is now fixed. So you can play your original one there. So you fix infinite fountain drinking bug, add an animation for day changes, replace the danger zone grid with better animation, improve the look and feel of many dialogue, show more information about units when hiring. So basically a bunch of changes. And then here we got more stuff. So yeah, he's basically got a lot of changes basically since the update of the original game. Okay, let's go with the knight. Start. Might as well slow this up basically in advance. Oh! Okay, there we go. If I lost it for a moment there, but no, it's still going. The amount of time it's basically taking to generate a world is kind of annoying here, so that could be better, but whatever. Usually I basically skip this portion, but whatever. It feels like I'm in the game, so it's not like loading on the part of it's just basically the game itself, during the world. Just taking a while. Try and play for 10 minutes or so this game. And then we'll move over to the new one. So start. Here's my character. How do I play? You can click. So it looks like sort of Heroes of Might and Magic sort of idea. You're just going to sit there and defend. It'd be nice to actually see how far these guys can fly, but whatever. I'm just going to defend then. Alright, we didn't lose anything, we just killed them. Experience gained, hooray. You have found a battle-tested shield, take it or sacrifice it for experience. So basically you can equip it for one defense or gain experience. Let's equip. You have found a battle-tested shield, take it or sacrifice it. If taken currently equipped battleship shield will be destroyed, might as well gain experience for this. because we already got one. So cost 60, salary 30, total army salary 486. So I can buy these guys if I want to. Buy these guys. Is this good or bad? Just like area over here, I wonder. Can buy him. So here's my hero. Here's his like army. You can buy these guys here. They kind of suck, so let's leave them be. All right, we're moving this guy again, so let's go up here and let's defend. Well, that worked just fine. Let's go here and defend. And you guys move here. They're dead. Okay, so gain some experience. You can drag around the thing here, I guess. So there's some like, skeletons maybe we can basically get. Let's buy them. You found walking boots. Take it or sacrifice it for experience. Basically gets more marching speed. We'll equip it. So skeletons. How tough are these guys? Don't know. Defend. Didn't quite get close enough to hit me, but whatever. That's fine. Let's go here. Defend. And they're dead. Let's get some skeletons, why not? Gain 5 move speed until end of day, sure. I'm not sure buying all these guys is like, a good idea, but whatever. I definitely feel you should be able to like mouse over these guys to see like, how far they're able to move. And that feels like it's like very, very necessary sort of to play. Well, they just died. You're now level 2, choose an attribute, so let's maybe get more attack. Here's a short sword, so you can basically get attack. That feels like a bug, but whatever. Alright, so yeah, basically there's like, a bad area we have to sort of avoid. Let's get this guy here, defend. Defend. Skeleton go here, defend. Will they die? They're ranged, obviously, so they fire at range. And they're dead. So we got duelist sword. Take it or sacrifice it. So We'll sacrifice it. A couple of these guys here. Yeah, I'm not really sure I'd call it a roguelike. It's basically more like, an RTS game. That is a roguelike. Let's go here and we'll defend. So attack maybe. Gain that. Those guys fly across water apparently, so that's basically what they're all about. Defend. Whoop, my guys are getting killed. So I can die. Defeat, so we died. Okay, so your army's been defeated in battle and no one has heard of you since. So once you die, you die. Alright, well that's basically like, the 70-year-old sort of version. Let's just go try the... and of course it didn't load. We'll try the update version. And we'll see like what's different or anything like that. Alright, so now we got like, select skills. We got like, characters here. So we got a cleric perhaps. I guess that lets me heal my guys afterwards. The necromancer. Necromancy if I want. So you can only get like 4 skills, so maybe pathfinding. We can actually see this stuff. So increase marching speed, raise undead creatures, raise 20% more. So we'll take this and let's get this. All right, so we can see like the area basically coming now with like this like sort of question mark thing. Okay, you got an arrow that basically actually shows where you need to go. That's good to know. So we can get some swordsmen. You see their attacks, defense, everything else here. There's my hero. The guys basically have to get some undead in this guy. You found treasure. Take it or sacrifice it for experience. Let's we'll take the experience. Will I find better anytime soon? Not really sure. Let's equip this. Equip this. Let's go up here. Roguelike's long march. Take it for marching speed and defense. We'll take it. Gain experience. Alright, new round. Swordsman starters. Their turn. Defend. Those are peasants apparently. Yeah, it would be nice to actually see like, where these guys are moving. I can see like, up here when they're basically going to go, so that's nice. Defend. Defend. Let's just prepare for the attack because, we'll hit him right next. You can die. Defend. I lost a zombie, but that's fine. We can deal with the loss. You're now level 2. We can basically get advanced necromancy or advanced learning. Now I'm actually like getting my creatures after, I wonder. Let's get this. And I get a tribute 2, I guess, so be nice if I actually knew what these actually did. Like I actually told me, but whatever. So reinforced buckler would be better for defense. You'll go here and prepare. You're going to go here, defend, and you're just going to go here. Zombies probably won't be able to get much out of, out of this battle, but whatever. And let's get you down here. I'm just going to prepare. Oh, I did actually attack my zombie. So I got 15 and 5. Well, I should see if that basically changes when I basically go into battles, but whatever. So we got a short sword. We'll equip this. It'd be nice if I could actually see what the stuff basically is over here, but whatever. Let's get down here. So pixies. These are pixies. And there's flying across the board. Let's prepare you right there. Go here and defend. And defend. Are we supposed to move on top of each other like that? That seems like a bit of a bug. Oh, they attacked my swordsman. Let's do this. So swordsman died. So I lost 3 and 4 in the swordsman. So yeah, both those guys are dead. I've only got like 1 and 12 of these guys basically left. You have found ancient teachings carved into your altar. Your spell power is increased by 1. Oh, end of day, I guess. I don't know what the red zone basically means when I'm basically in it, but whatever. Let's get this guy over here. Defend. 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 There was a zombie. Okay, I won, but Necromancy doesn't seem to be helping me that much, even though, I have the skill for it. I figure, you'd be automatically resurrecting stuff, but, no, it's not the case. Okay, I don't know, I'll get this stuff here. There's some archers I can basically get. Let's buy them. Dwarf warriors. I bet these guys are probably ranged. Yep, they're zapping me at range here. It's actually kind of odd because this is actually not the first, might and magic type of, game we basically have had. There has been others before us, so. Or pixies that'll probably kill me at this point. Death by pixies. Yes, that's my, lot in life. Let's get down here and defend. You're not so actually see the range, but whatever. And again, we got that bug where they're basically stepping on top of each other, but whatever. Okay, killed one. One of them died. Okay, killed them all. Let's get these guys because I need the army. Defend. 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 Oh, they're going to shoot me from over here. Let's get this. None to hire because I already got them. So here's an edge. Let's equip it. Is this like an earth elemental, I wonder? So yeah, earth elemental turn started there. That's all it basically is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to get right here next turn, I guess. If I, like, you know, prepare. Defend. Cool, I can shoot him from here. Might as well do that, take some damage to him. So I guess first strike basically means you can like eliminate like, you know, weaker guys if you want, but march this way and defend. Defend. Well, that worked out pretty well. Didn't lose anyone. Got the experience. So you're gonna have 4 army type, or you know, 4 character types in your army here. So here's a Shadow Priest robe that gives me spell power and knowledge. Defend. Yeah, it seems like it's far from like wherever I want to in the field. That's interesting. Let's go here. We'll defend. Let's keep shooting at range, I guess. Cool, we kill them all. Okay, end of day again. You're out dealing movement. Do you want to rest now to regain movement points and mana? You haven't even seen like the spell casting here because, you know, I'm not sure if you can spell cast. That may not have been like, you know, implemented yet. More what these guys basically are. These are monks. Okay. Here's the hunter's camouflage. So interesting, but let's gain experience for it. Let's take some more dwarves, why not? There's some peasants here. In many ways, this feels like randomized, Heroes of Might and Magic. Not really sure. There's a whole lot more to say in that. They're all dead. The old staff. Let's get extra scouting here. All right, bought those guys. Guess they're too far to fire from here. So these guys are liches. And swordsman, because why not? Let's get some more of these guys, because, more skeletons, why not? I sort of feel basically I've played enough of this to sort of get a grasp of what the gameplay is basically all about. And you have to go quite a ways in order to get to your destination, so I'm not going to be winning this basically all that quickly is a thing. So let's just call it here. That is basically Songs of Heroes and Rogues. I mean, it feels like a game that I'm not sure it really belongs here. Basically, it probably has randomized elements, but it's not really in the sort of roguish nature because of the building like an army and running around in the field and stuff like that. But that's whatever. It's it's close enough, I guess, being in the competition, so it's fine. All right, take care.